Good Wednesday morning Kickstarters, and welcome to Morning Kickstart. I'm excited that you have decided to show up this morning, invest in yourself, and hopefully take something from today's episode and invest in others. My name is Andrew, and I'm your host of Morning Kickstart. I come here every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to help you put some positivity and encouragement into your life and hopefully help you even challenge or change your thoughts. Now, I wasn't with you this past Monday, but I have a really good reason, I promise. So if you keep up with the Morning Kickstart Facebook group, you could see that I tagged everyone in the page, told them that we were able to have our sweet baby boy number 3 this past weekend. I'm going to throw a picture up here in the video so you can see him. His name is Ethan, and I am just so excited. He is the sweetest little bundle of joy, and just excited to have him. That's our third boy. I told my wife the next house that we build, it's going to have to be built out of concrete blocks because they destroy everything. But I wouldn't change the world for anything. I absolutely love those little fellas. And my wife is an absolute trooper. I mean, an absolute trooper. No one can do what women can do. It blows my mind. So anyway, today, I want to talk about something because, having children kind of opens your world up to something completely new. Some of it is something that you've never experienced before, and it is a lot all at one time. You're tired, you're overwhelmed at times, and I'm sure that some of you can correlate with that as well. But when we think about that, we also need to kind of turn that around into different aspects of life as well. And so the thing that I want to talk about today is kind of taking a leap of faith in yourself. Throughout our lives, we get so comfortable in the positions that we're in. We get so comfortable in our jobs that we're in. We get so comfortable in the situations that we're in that we just consistently live those out and we don't think anything about them. And in life, we're scared to dive into the unknown. We're scared of the uncertainty. We don't know about we're unfamiliar with what something else could look like or what's going to happen. And it makes us really scared in life. But when we take a leap of faith and we kind of throw ourselves into the unknown, it opens up this whole other world of possibilities, this whole other world of opportunities, this whole other world of growth. And you know me, growth is a big part of my life. I love a challenge. I love change. I love growing. I honestly really like hard situations. I love going through difficult things because it challenges me. It makes me a better person because I've been through it. Now, some of those things we can't control. Some things happen to us. People coming in and out of our lives. There's some things out of the control. We always talk about controlling the controllables. But there are things in life that we can control, and our situation is one of them. So stepping out on this leap of faith and doing something different can really open up a world of opportunities for us. So I kind of want to give you an example of something that I went through, and I actually have 2 things that I went through. The first thing was when I was still in college. I grew up in a town of 3,000 people, very small, did the same thing, didn't go a whole lot of places because that's just what you did. But when I was in college, I got the opportunity. My wife actually had a foreign exchange student that stayed with her during high school, and he was actually graduating college. So we got the opportunity to fly to Taiwan and stay in Taiwan for 10 plus days and experience that culture. And I'm going to be honest with you, from a guy that came from a small town of 3,000 people, never really been too far away, never been to another country, never experienced anything like that. I was a little scared. Like, it's something that you've never done before. You're flying on an airplane, 13 hours to a completely different country where no one speaks your language barely. No one knows you at all. You can't communicate with people. And it's scary, but I will tell you, for me to be able to do that was one of the greatest experiences of my life. Like, even though there is that language barrier, you get to experience a new culture. You get to learn new words. You get to eat on the floor. I mean, you get to do all kinds of things, taste different foods that some were amazing and some were absolutely disgusting, like stinky tofu, but you get to experience life. And it puts you in a perspective that you didn't even know existed until you get into it. So there's a big world out there for you to experience, but only if you're allowed to take the leap of faith. And the other thing that I want to talk about is kind of my experience, my jump off into entrepreneurship. So I had always, got out of college, got a degree, I was in marketing, sold yearbooks, all this kind of stuff, but I always had a steady job. I always had a job that paid the bills. I always had a job that I got cut a check every week or every 2 weeks. I had, benefits, insurance. I had all of these things. But I took the leap of faith into entrepreneurship, not knowing what I was going to do, how I was going to do it, what type of money I was going to make. It all relied on me. But it opened up a new world of who I really was as a person. So one thing that, taking a leap of faith and jumping out in a leap of faith into something that you've never done before is you kind of discover who you truly are. So, for me going to Taiwan, it opened up this world of there's other cultures out there, more than just my town of 3,000 people. And I know that sounds so crazy to think about that, but you can't experience it until you go do it. And I am a very, the best lesson is a learned lesson. So it's best to do something to figure it out or experience it or learn from it. So you get to discover who you truly are by stepping out of your comfort zone, doing something different, being a part of something new that you've never done before. And you have to kind of take this leap of faith and throw yourself into the unknown, getting away from that same old environment. And you know what I'm talking about, the same old environment, the same old job, the same old relationships, the same old this, the same old that, in order to grow. Because these things are holding you back. And I know I'm talking to someone right now in this podcast or on this video. There is something in your life that is holding you back right now, because I've been there before. I've experienced it. There is something in your life that's holding you back right now. It could be anything. It could be addiction. It could be your weight. For me, weight was a big thing. It was holding me back. I didn't have the energy. I didn't have I didn't have the confidence. There's something that's holding you back. You may have never traveled and experienced another culture. You may have wanted to step out on a leap of faith and open your own business your entire life, but you just haven't done it. So to discover who you truly are, you have to get out of the environment. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to go try new things, because those things are holding you back from the person that you truly could be. And another thing that getting out of your comfort zone, and I talk about that a lot, but really stepping out on this leap of faith, onto something that really trusting yourself, trusting your creator, trusting whatever it is to make sure that you can push yourself to the next level, it's going to make you feel excited. It's going to make you feel like a new person. And I want you to ask yourself this question. When is the last time you felt really excited about something? Really excited? Because I know for me, I lived my life working for other people. I lived my life working for jobs that I didn't care for just to pay the bills. And I was not excited. I was bored with my life. Now, there are some people out there that work a job for 40, 50 years and they are completely content with their life. I'm not that person. You may be that person, and I am so proud of you. Now, here's what I want you to do in your job. I want you to go make it the best job you possibly can and impact as many people as you possibly can. But for the people out there that I'm talking to that aren't feeling excited, that aren't feeling new, now is the time for change. Now is the time for you to step out on that leap of faith and change. Now is better than never. Try it. If you're young, definitely try it. If you're older, still try it. Mr. Colonel Sanders did not get KFC up and popping until he was almost 70 years old. Mary Kay Ash of Mary Kay Cosmetics, she was older. There is never a time in your life. Harrison Ford, actor, he was in his 30s. He was a carpenter before he started acting. One of the most successful actors of all time. Age doesn't matter. If you are not feeling excited and you are not feeling new in your life, it is time to step out on a leap of faith. It is time for a change. And you eventually learn to get excited about what is in the unknown. What is there to come? What have I not experienced yet? What is out there for me? What does my life look like in 3 years? What does my life look like in 5 years? What does my life look like in 10 years? Think of the possibilities only if you step out on a leap of faith. Believe in yourself. and you will be so excited about your life. And listen, the last thing I want to talk about today, and this is a hard one to get over because I feel like a lot of people struggle with this. And I will tell you, I have struggled with this before. I want to say you will have no fear, but I'm going to say this, you will have less fear in your life. Okay. So when you step out on a leap of faith, what you are doing is you are developing a mental state that's different than what you've normally done before. So you're developing this mental state where you develop strength in your mind where fear does not exist. Where fear does not exist. Because you have gotten so used to fighting against fear that it just becomes normal. Because you are going into, oh shoot, I kicked my camera there, sorry. You are going into the unknown. And the unknown is scary. But I will tell you, the more that you go into the unknown, the less scary it becomes. So here's the thing. I'm not saying you're not going to have any fear, because there are times, I will tell you, even in my career right now, in my entrepreneurial journey, in my journey in relationships, in my journey with life, you still have fear. I mean, having a new baby boy, there's a lot of fear involved there. I mean, your wife's life is on the line. You're taking on another life. It is possible that this new life you're bringing in, there could be complications. There is fear there. And in anything, there is a healthy amount of fear, but it's how you react to it. And when you're able to pull yourself out of the situation, okay? So we're stepping out on a leap of faith, but we're going to pull ourselves out of the situation right now. We're going to look at it from the outside. What could happen? What could I benefit from this? What could my life look like? What is there to come for me? Now then come back in. Think about all that stuff, and I will tell you, the pros normally outweigh the cons by a lot. So building this resistance to fear by just stepping out on faith is such a huge thing. So this week, between now and Friday, I want you to step out on something. I want you to get over this hurdle. I want you to discover who you truly are. I want you to feel more excited. I want you to have less fear. I want you to get uncomfortable this week. There is no growth in comfort. If you are feeling comfort every single day, if you are bored in your life, if you feel like you have nothing to look forward to, you are comfortable, okay? There is no growth in being comfortable. So I want you to step out on a belief of faith. I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to believe that the Creator is going to take care of you. I want you to believe that you can do it, because I know that you can. I know that you can. I've seen a lot of people pull themselves out of some really terrible situations. I've pulled myself out of it as well, okay? Whether it's a mental state, whether it's a financial state, whatever it is, this is the week for you to do it, okay? So step out on that leap of faith this week. Believe in yourself, have no fear, and get excited about life. Hey, I want to thank you for coming to Morning Kickstart this morning. I want to thank you for giving yourself the availability to even think, I could be excited again. I could feel like a new person. I could step out on a leap of faith, because you have to give yourself that. It's not something that someone else can give to you. You have to make the decision and give it to yourself and accept it, that you are going to step out on a leap of faith this week. So I thank you for coming to Morning Kickstart and investing in yourself, and also taking something from this and investing in other people, because that's what life is about. We are supposed to be sharing life with others, investing in others. That is what we are supposed to do. So I want you to invite someone to Morning Kickstart. If you're in our private Facebook members only group, just click on that invite button, invite 10 people today. Or if you're listening on the podcast, just shoot this out in a text message and say, hey, I really think that you could benefit from this today. And as always, I want you to remember, you can do hard things. You were made for more, and you have a purpose. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, Kickstarters. And as always, thank you for being a part of Morning Kickstart.